sure to buy some bug spray on your way home. I need to spray your wife down something bad.
Hey, now Mom, that's going too far. Seriously, couldn't you just set up a bug zapper?
No, that simply won't do. I want to spray her face directly. It's the only way that I can de-stress from having to look at her face all day.
Oh, I definitely know the feeling.
Even though she always acts like some disgusting parasite, she really has a brazen way of just walking around the house all the time.
Alright, so I get your frustrations, but there are bound to be other methods to get rid of any stress that she may be causing you.
Maybe. But it really is quite stressful living with such a stranger.
I get where you're coming from. She's always so gloomy. Every day she looks like she's coming directly from a funeral.
Just so you know, I am part of this group. I can see all the messages that you are sending to each other. Oh no! I guess I failed to remember that you were part of this group.
In the house and even in the group chats. You really just have zero presence, huh?
I don't talk at home because I am specifically told not to. Every time I talk, I get shouted at for simply opening my mouth. I mean, of course. Listening to your voice is like listening to nails on a chalkboard. Which is exactly why I'm doing everything that I can to reduce all communication down to messages.
Don't be butting into conversations between a parent and child. It's gross.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking that because you were going so hard with insults about me that you forgot that I was even in this group. Doesn't matter if you are in here or not. I have no reason to hold back what I say about you.
Almost everything about you is just so bland. There's no reason to hold back on what we say about you. You act like some useless maid that doesn't even know her place.
Usually maids cost quite the pretty penny, but this one does it all for free. Good job, Jake. It must have been hard to find such a cheap maid for hire.
What a find, am I right? She has no other relatives either. She is truly a woman with a lifetime of loneliness ahead of her.
So that's why she was never able to get a proper education. Always just such a lonesome thing. I almost feel bad for her. If you're really going to go that far, then I truly don't mind just not being around anymore. What are you saying? If me just existing is enough to cause stress for you two, then I think the most proper course of action is for me to leave. Right?
Hey, stupid, you aren't making any sense.
I know, right? Does she really have nothing going on in her empty little head? Did I say something wrong? What about what I said doesn't make sense? Like I was saying earlier, you're basically a free maid. Why would you be allowed to leave the house? But this is nothing like how a married couple is supposed to live.
Every house is different with how they live. This is just our way of going about things.
If that's true, then could you at least treat me like I'm actually part of the family? You act like I'm a stranger, and whenever I do try to communicate, it always just feels like I'm talking to a wall. It's obvious that it feels like you're talking to a wall. I'm the one who's been building it. Wait, you've been what? Are you saying that you've been doing it on purpose?
Exactly, in order for you not to intrude where you don't belong. A line has been explicitly drawn so that you stay where you belong.
I guess that I've always felt that that was the case. I just didn't really want to confirm it. Also, though you say that you'll leave, it's not like you have anywhere to actually go, now do you? I can just try and find a job that allows me to live in. Who would hire someone as talentless as you? Let alone hire you to do a job that allows you as a live-in. I have no idea, but I'll do my best to find one.
For someone like you, you should just stick to what you actually can do. Use the rest of your life to support the house you're already part of.
Exactly. And you should be happy that you have this job to begin with. It comes with a roof over your head and 3 meals a day. More than you deserve. Understood.
Lately, the quality of the food has been getting worse. Stop getting lazy with it.
Food prices are going up, and it's getting harder and harder to buy the things that I need. I don't have enough money, so the quality is bound to fall a little.
You're given $300 a month for food, and you still can't make proper meals?
If you could increase it by around $50, then that would really be a big help.
I guess it can't be helped then. I'll raise the funds for food by $50 then.
While you're at it, could you do something about how you look? I don't even want you going out in public looking as dirty as you do. I've been cutting my own hair and I don't have any makeup. What do you expect me to do? Even if you don't have any makeup, there is only so bad you can actually look without it, right? Do better with hiding your ugliness. It's actually amazing how bad you can look. I'll make sure to try and not be too much of an embarrassment. More than anything, I don't want you to be an embarrassment to my beautiful baby. So make sure of it. Understood. My name is Olivia, a 34-year-old housewife. Though I had almost no experience with romance of any sort, about 3 years ago, I was approached by Jake. He told me that he liked me and that no one else would do. He told that to me so many times that I eventually started to fall for him. Up until the actual wedding, him and even his mother were actually quiet and nice people. As such, I never had any complaints about having his mother come live with us. However, as soon as we started to live together, everything started to come undone, as you have just seen. Constantly being regarded as a stranger in my own home. Almost anything and everything that I say or suggest is immediately being shot down. Life has become more and more exhausting. However, life is a strange thing. There are always things happening in ways that you least expect. Something is about to happen that would then change the direction that my life will take. What a vile woman! Hiding such a large amount of money from us! Wait, what are you saying? I don't have any money at all. You've got some moxie denying it. I found the money that you had hidden in the bucket on the back porch. I have no idea what you are talking about.
Wow, huh? Hiding something like that from your own family? Don't you have any shame?
You've been treating me like a stranger, haven't you? You're going to use that as an excuse for hiding something like this. These are two wholly different circumstances.
You really are the worst, Olivia.
No, wait. Please, what are you talking about? I have no idea. There's around $100,000 here. How could you even get your hands on this amount of money? You've been doing indecent things, haven't you? That's absurd. I have done nothing but look after the house.
A side job that this talentless woman could do, but make so much money? I'd love to know what kind of things you've been up to.
I don't have any job or anything like that. Ah, I get it. You've been selling yourself for money, haven't you? Please stop it. I would never do anything like that.
Wow, what a disgusting woman.
You're wrong! But maybe there is a benefit to having you do something so vile. You've made quite the amount of money in your ventures. I, for one, am going to cheer you on your little side job.
I guess you're right. With this, you can start repaying me and my mom for all the debt that you've accrued over the years. You must be delighted.
Like I told you, I don't have any money. Why do you sound like you're afraid? Oh, you must be worried about the taxes and everything that comes with such dirty money. If you continue to make money for the family like this from now on, I'll make sure to keep it a secret for you.
Right, we'll keep quiet. That way you'll be able to keep bringing in that money.
How can I get you to believe me? I don't have nor never had any money. Me and little Jake are going to take the money and go on vacation for a little while. What? But don't start getting lazy because no one is in the house. If we come back and there is even one speck of dust left, I'll make you do all the cleaning over from scratch.
Right. Make it so that when we get back from vacation, we don't return to a pig pen. Make it nice and tidy.
But where will you be going? With this amount of money, we could go anywhere we want, huh? From New York to LA. The world is our oyster.
Hey, Mom, how about we go to Europe? I've always wanted to go.
Oh, honey, we don't have passports. We can't go so quickly.
We should definitely make passports then. With the amount of money that this woman is raking in now, we can easily go anywhere in the world that we want.
Oh, you're right, dear. We should start planning where to go next.
Maybe I should quit my job too. It's a little hard to take, having my wife make more money than me, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually losing when it comes to being a person.
Exactly. How can you be losing as a person when you're able to be immersed in so many cultures throughout the world? Looks like we'll be living the high life from now on, honey. I'm not making any money from anywhere. Please don't quit your job like that.
Stop blabbering and just do as you're told.
The real owner of that money is definitely going to be angry if they don't get a hold of it. Please don't do any of the things that you're saying you'll do. You're doing everything that you can to try and get this money back. Making up lies and playing the fool. Too bad we've received the money, and we're keeping it. I really don't know anything. Please. Yeah, stop with the act. It's not getting you anywhere.
Well then, Olivia, make sure to properly take care of the house while we're gone.
Don't be expecting any souvenirs. If there is any money to spare, I'm going to be using it on my sweet baby boy.
Hey, Ma, let's eat tons of nice foods. There's bound to be something nice and exotic. Hey, Olivia, where are you? Why aren't you in the house?
After finally coming back from vacation, we find the house deserted. You didn't even have the decency to see us return from the airport.
You got all full of yourself being alone, didn't you? You're probably out there wasting money on bars or something, aren't you?
Really, what a woman. Going out alone when you haven't seen your husband for so long.
Doing this, you really have become a stranger to this house. Don't go blaming me if you end up getting kicked out.
So you're finally directly stating that I'm a stranger now. I'm actually relieved that it's finally out in the open.
What are you going on about?
So you are still around. Seriously, going out and prancing around without having dinner ready. How rude of you. It's already 7 p.m. Hurry up! Come home and make dinner like you're supposed to. Make it yourself. Huh? You've got some nerve talking to me like that. I'm never going to make dinner for you two ever again. Moreover, I'll never allow myself to make it ever again.
You have a lot of explaining to do, Olivia. What are you talking about?
Being threatened at every possible opportunity? About being made into a stranger? To be thrown out? I couldn't handle it anymore, so I filed divorce papers. With this, we are truly strangers and can cut any and all ties with each other.
What are you doing all on your own? No one gave you permission to do any of this.
Always thinking of me as a stranger. I was just in the way. Wasn't I? This is just working out exactly as you had hoped. I'll never give you permission to divorce. Who gave you the right to do this? I don't require your permission, Janet. Moreover, I have every right to do this. Despicable! You insolent little child!
I thought we already established that you had nowhere to go, being such a loner. It must be some guy, huh? It's one of your customers, isn't it? Now you're just simply cheating. You know that I could sue you for mental damages, don't you?
You can make up stories about what I am doing all you want. But you're completely mistaken.
Mistaken about what?
It's true that I'm not at your home, but that doesn't mean that I'm not at home.
What? What are you talking about?
When I was 18 years old, my parents decided that they wanted to move to London. At that time, I told them that I would like to remain here. Because of that, we had a fight about where I was going to spend my life. Through the fighting, communication started to die down between us.
Your parents were alive? They were in London this whole time?
I told them about major events in my life. For example, getting married. However, other than that, I have had little to no communication with them. Who has the ability to just move to London? What does your father do? He owns several companies. You're telling me, all this time, you are the daughter of some rich company mogul? I guess you could say something like that. I did try and hide most of the information from my father about the marriage. Essentially just trying to keep everything as close to the chest as I could. But my parents knew that getting married to someone like you was a mistake. Which means that all that money was just given to you by your parents because they were worried about you. About that. My father never has done anything of the sort. What? 2 days after you two left for your vacation, a young man had come by the house. Your customer, I'm guessing. I already told you, I am not involved in anything like that. Then what was that money from? Hurry up and spill it! The man said that he was hired on the internet for a job. Just being the carrier of something, he would be able to get a $1,000 cash payment.
I've heard of things like that. It's actually a dangerous job. Stuff to do with the mob.
Apparently, while on the job, out of interest in what he was carrying, he decided to look in the bag that he was given. Once he saw that he was carrying so much money, he realized that it must be something very dangerous and got scared. He was near our house at the time, so he threw the money into the bucket and ran away in fear.
He threw the money away?
He was able to hide away for a while, but he ended up getting found by the people that hired him. The people that found him were beyond furious and had gave him an ultimatum. He said all of this and was accusing me of having the money while crying. So you're saying the money that we've been using is some type of blood money or laundered money? By the story that I was told, or from what I gather, it's not actually money like that.
But then why was there so much?
It seems that the man was really sorry for what he had done. He was extremely apologetic for getting me involved in such a mess. But this whole situation isn't one to go away with just an apology. It's all that kid's fault! We didn't do anything wrong! After being threatened about the whereabouts of the money, he confessed that he had hidden the money at our house.
He's putting a target on us?
After that, I don't know if he was from the mob or not, but a man came that looked like he had a lot of power. He came to me and asked me questions. The mob came to our house!
Thank God we were so far away from the situation at the time.
You've got that right. We're pretty lucky. He asked very politely if I could return the money. He was very calm and polite when asking, but I could sense that behind his smile, he was a dangerous person. Since the truth was that I didn't have the money, I told him everything. That my husband and his mother took the money and went on vacation. Are you stupid?
You're pretty stupid, huh?
Yeah, I must be the stupid one. What do you think is going to happen to us if they find us?
This is really bad. There's almost nothing left. It's almost gone.
But there was around $100,000 in that bag. There is no way you could use that much in 10 days. Crazy expensive hotels and room service. Malls with high-end brand stores. We used so much on everything. It was gone almost instantly.
I even bought an expensive suit and watch.
Even if you used some of the money, I was expecting you to only use around $5,000 or so. But how much is actually left?
There's only about 15,000 left.
You used that much. You're the point of contact, right? Olivia, do something about this. I'm not sure if I made it clear in my previous messages, but I'm not a part of your family. I have already filed for divorce and am now officially a stranger to you. Not only that, but I am in London with my parents now. There is nothing that I even can do. Who gave you permission to leave the country? I gave myself permission. Where I go is none of anyone's business but my own. You ungrateful little brat. Just spouting all this self-important crap. I should be washing out your mouth with soap.
Stop it, Mom. We really shouldn't be making her angry.
You're right, honey. How unbecoming of me. I should really just calm down then. To be honest, I don't think there is anything that you two can actually do anymore. Pretty much, no matter what you do, the mob is probably going to find you.
I don't want anything like that to happen. Will they really find us?
Getting help for yourself. Leaving the country. How dare you do something so cowardly? The man who eventually became the middleman to the mob guy that I was talking to is actually the one who suggested it. He said, you better just get out of here. That's when I mustered up the courage to talk to my parents about leaving the country to live with them.
You're so cruel. I am your husband. Why didn't you take me with you?
I was finally able to get the divorce all settled and finished. Why is it that I should have to continue putting up with seeing your face all the time?
Okay, I'm sorry for what I've done. My mom was just getting me too riled up, making me think things and do things that aren't me. She was the one pushing me to try and push you away so much.
I wanted you to protect me, not push me away.
She was just so mean all the time. She would try and push you around all the time and got me to do the same. I didn't want to do any of what I did, but I ended up hurting you just the same.
Jake! You're going to try and put all the blame on your own mother!
I mean, it's true, isn't it? If it wasn't for you, I would have lived a nice, happy life with Olivia. We would have been happy. I loved her so much in the beginning. All of this happened because you were the one pushing me to be so hard on her.
You're being so hurtful, Jake. You don't mean it. Hey now, don't start a fight between a mother and son. It's really hard to watch. But either way, I think I really should thank you both. What are you talking about? If it wasn't for you two going off to who knows where and spending all that money, I never would have gotten the chance to reconnect with my parents. For that, I really do thank you both.
Would you not be willing to come back? Oh, I would love it if I could finally meet your parents. Or better yet, what about I come to you?
Oh, you don't have to worry about meeting them. They told me that a man who couldn't properly take care of their daughter isn't worth meeting.
Please, don't say that, Olivia.
Please, pay back the money to the mob. All the money that your parents have. It must barely even be a drop in the bucket to them. Well, apparently they could. But they won't. They don't want to be involved with helping you in any way.
No, please.
Well, honey, we don't have any other choice. Maybe we should just make a run for it. The middleman who I was talking about, Tony, gave me some advice about running. Or rather, advice on not running. He said that there hasn't been one person who has actually gotten away. No matter who they were eventually caught. He also said that the people who do try to run away don't exactly get to have a happy ending.
Oh, we're done for.
If you see Tony, tell him I said, greetings from London. Please, let us come to you, Olivia.
Mom, passports. We still don't have them.
Oh no! We couldn't leave if we wanted to! Following that conversation, it seems that Tony was able to find them pretty easily. The money wasn't exactly the most clean, so there was no way that Tony and all of them would get the police involved in this matter. So those two were put to work in order to pay off the money that they owed. Jake was sent to an almost boot camp-like area, where he would be doing harsh manual labor from morning to night. While Janet, being older, would focus more on the cleaning and the laundry. It seems that this boot camp is situated somewhere in the middle of a forest, out of town. Honestly, I had no idea that there was such a thing going on, let alone that it would be run by the mob. Maybe I should write them a letter or something. To see how they are doing. If I ever get the opportunity, I think I'd like to go and see what they are up to, working so hard in the forest. I am so happy that I was able to get away from those two horrible people. I am also truly thankful to my parents for letting me come back to mend old wounds. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
You had a miscarriage? Is that true?
Huh? Where did you hear that?
We've been married for over 5 years now. I thought we talked about wanting a kid. Is something wrong with your body? You can't even bear a single child without complication?
What are you talking about?
I don't want to hear any excuses from you. I am pissed off enough as is.
Would you hold up for a minute?
There's no point staying married to a woman who can't even bear a child. I want a divorce.
Are you being serious?
This is your punishment for not giving me a child. Accept it and move on.
Wow. Your way of thinking is insanely old-fashioned. Women are more than just childbirthing vessels.
Don't talk back to me. You're the one that's in the wrong here. You know how excited my mom has been to finally have a grandchild. I don't need a wife who can't even do this one thing.
Wow. You're actually being serious. This is how you think?
What is wrong with you? You're acting so weird. Oh, Emily. I've been messaging the wrong person this whole time. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was my mistake. Just ignore all of that, okay?
You know I can't just ignore all that. You are acting super weird.
We've been together for 1.5 years now at this point. I was just teasing you a bit. I wanted to see how you would react if I went off like that. How was it? Pretty crazy, huh?
You never told me you were married.
No, I'm telling you I was just joking.
Your wife just had an abortion?
It was all just a joke, okay? Can we pretend it never happened?
How am I supposed to believe that? Do you always act that coldly to your wife?
I don't have a wife. I'm not married.
It's okay if you do.
Really?
My feelings for you won't change just because you're married.
You aren't just pulling my chain, right?
That aside, if you actually are married, I can't believe you'd act like that to your wife. It makes me pretty nervous to be with you.
That's not how I am. I would never say those sorts of things to you. You're special to me.
Can you guarantee me of that?
Absolutely. I'll even give it to you in writing if you want.
All right. Well, when are you planning on leaving your wife?
My parents are desperate for a grandchild. I feel like I have no choice in the matter but to continue being with her. If you were to give me a child, though, I would have no issues with divorcing her right away.
I don't think your wife would really appreciate that arrangement.
It's fine. I have her on quite the tight leash.
A woman isn't going to give up easily on her marriage.
I guess you're right about that.
You have to do something truly vile. Make her really despise you to her very core. Then she will be a lot more willing to leave you and move on.
I've never seen this side of you before. It's pretty scary.
I don't intend on losing you. I'll do whatever I have to make sure you're mine.
My wife never said anything like that to me before. It makes me want you all the more.
Tell me your wife's cell phone number.
Huh? What are you planning?
How do you think she would react if she found out you were having an affair? It's only been for 5 years. You should be able to handle the damages for that long, right? If you two are actively fighting out your divorce in the courts while I am pregnant, it could cause me some unnecessary stress. That could cause me to have a miscarriage. Would you be able to live with that?
No way. I wouldn't allow for that to happen.
Right. So I think what would be best for all of us is if you just nipped this in the bud before that happened. Just make sure to acquire the necessary funds to be upfront with everything. It'll be the quickest way to move on.
You have a pretty good grasp on how all of this works. I appreciate your input.
This is for our future together. It's too late to change the past. All we can do now is make sure to reduce the damage of it and move on.
You're right. It's exactly as you say.
Which is why I want to talk to your wife on your behalf. I will crush her and make sure she never goes near my man again.
Man, you are truly terrifying when you want to be. To be honest, though, she deserves it. I kind of like your plan.
Is this Hannah?
And who might you be?
My name is Emily Williams. Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I don't think we've ever met. Do you perhaps have the wrong number?
First of all, I'd like to apologize. I am really sorry for what I am about to say.
For what?
I have been in a serious relationship with your husband for over a year and a half now.
What is this, some kind of prank?
I just found out he was married a few hours ago. He did a really good job of hiding it all this time.
Is John seriously having an affair?
I am afraid so. I swear I had no idea, but I have fallen for him all the same.
How could you not know? He was tricking you the whole time?
I think it was actually quite easy for him. We would never meet up on the weekends due to my job. I work for a clothing apparel store. I was responsible for opening and closing on the weekends. It never really occurred to me to ask what he was doing on the weekends.
I can't believe it. He's been having an affair this whole time.
Just because I didn't know doesn't make me void of any culpability. I don't expect you to forgive me. I truly am sorry you have to find out this way.
This is all so sudden. I don't even know what to say. There's been so much going on between us lately.
I heard you had a miscarriage.
You guys discussed that?
It's actually how I found out he was married. John thought he was confronting you about the miscarriage, but in fact, he accidentally sends all those messages to me. He said a woman who can't carry a baby to term has no value.
Yeah. He said the same thing to me today.
I hate to pry, but does he always speak to you like that? In that hateful tone?
He hasn't always been like that. When we first got together, he was really sweet and caring. However, we kept trying unsuccessfully to have a child. As time went on, he gradually got colder towards me. To top everything off, I ultimately had another miscarriage the other day. He complains that his mother is constantly on his case about having a kid. He said he's just absolutely fed up about it. He channels all his frustrations to me, and this is the result.
I'm pretty sure John is lying to you. He gave me your number in order for me to put pressure on you. I think he was hoping by talking to me you'd want to divorce him. Based off our conversation, it seems like that isn't the case. If you want to start over with him, I'll get out of your hair.
I think you're a victim in all of this, too. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 29.
He's wasted some of your precious 20s. I'm really sorry for all the trouble he has caused you.
I don't really know how to respond to that. I don't think you should be apologizing to me. You're the victim here, after all.
To be honest with you, I don't really want to start over with John.
Is that right?
After he gave me an earful this morning, we went over to his parents for lunch. His mother joined in on berating me. That experience really opened my eyes. I thought to myself, is this really how I want to spend my life? Not just John, but his family is absolutely insufferable. I can't imagine the amount of pain I will experience just by associating with them in the future.
I can understand how you'd feel that way.
Right. So if you want to keep seeing John, I won't stop you. Suit yourself.
I don't want him anymore either, to be honest. I imagine the same thing that happened to you will happen to me as well. People don't fundamentally change. John clearly has the capacity to be a terrible person. I am sorry you have had to put up with all that.
I appreciate you saying that. Well then, should we both just cut ties with him and call it a day? I don't think he deserves either of us.
Are you okay leaving things as they are?
What do you mean by that?
You're a woman who just went through a traumatic event. Despite that, you received absolutely no support from your husband. In fact, he did the exact opposite. He used the opportunity to throw around insults and try to drag you through the mud. Doesn't that piss you off? Isn't it time he paid for his actions? Do you want to team up and teach him a lesson?
I do think he needs a reality check. However, how would we even go about doing that?
I actually have an idea.
I don't think I want to get involved in anything overly complicated.
It'll be okay. I won't force you to do anything you don't want to. As long as you do as I say, I think we'll be able to get the point across to him.
I wonder if I am up for the task.
He needs to learn the difference between right and wrong. Someone has to teach him. Who better than us? He needs to truly hit rock bottom. It's the only way he will ever understand. I won't let him forget all the terrible things he did to you. He doesn't deserve to just move on.
Honestly, hearing all of this from you is pretty strange. However, I feel like I can trust you. You seem to know what you're doing.
I feel like this is the only way I can take responsibility for the damage and hurt I brought upon you. This is my weird way of trying to make things right.
I think I understand why John likes you.
Ugh, don't say that sort of thing. Just give me a little bit of time to figure out how to proceed. Are you still living together?
Yes, of course.
I imagine a divorce is imminent with how things are going. For now, just bide your time and wait. As long as you do that, I think we can make this work.
I got you. I can do that much.
Take care of yourself, too. You just went through a pretty hard experience on your body. Make sure you treat yourself to something good and do things you enjoy. In times like these, it's best to spoil ourselves in order to mitigate the pain.
I'll be sure to do that. Thanks for the suggestion.
Well then, I'll be off for now. I will talk to you later.
Has your lower half of your body recovered yet?
It hasn't yet. I went to the gynecologist the other day. They said it is necessary to wait a little longer before doing anything sexual.
What a bummer. After all the trouble I went through in order to get a divorce, I can't even be intimate with you. This is truly hell for me.
I'm sorry. Just a bit longer. Besides, I've been able to get close to your mom during this time. We were able to look at various wedding venues and even put a deposit down on one we liked. Everything is worked out. All that's left is for us to officially get married.
Man, time is flying. It's only 2 weeks away now. I can't wait to get married to you. My mom said she has really been hitting it off with you too.
Who wouldn't get along with such a lovely woman?
We really were meant for each other. Our life together is truly going to be wonderful.
I can't wait to be the best wife for you two. Just kidding.
Huh?
I'd have to be a real idiot to marry someone like you.
Babe, where's this coming from all of a sudden? This is just a prank, right? You got me. This isn't payback for not telling you I was married, right? You got me.
Don't call me that ever again. It's revolting.
I don't know what's going on. Did I do something to upset you? Can you just go back to how you always are? Things were working out so well for us, babe.
I told you not to call me that, didn't I?
What the hell is going on?
Sure, I'll explain it to you. To start, you hid the fact that you were married from me for over 1.5 years. You got me involved in an affair in which I could be potentially fiscally responsible. Did you really think I wouldn't be upset by that? That I would just let all of that slide?
She is my ex-wife now. We aren't married anymore. That whole situation is resolved now.
Right. That's because I asked her to handle things that way.
Why would you do that?
I've been in constant communication with your wife since you gave me her phone number 2 months ago. I walked her through everything in regards to the divorce. I've been doing all this in order to punish you.
What are you talking about? Why do you want to punish me? What's your goal here? I didn't do anything wrong.
My goal is to take everything from you that you hold dear.
Huh? Why are you mad at me? Aren't we supposed to be getting married in 2 weeks?
The fact that you don't understand is just further proof that you truly are an idiot.
Explain what's going on.
You treated your wife like garbage, even though she had just gone through a traumatic miscarriage. You did all this without any consideration for how she was feeling. Then you had the nerve to just assume I would take her place as if nothing ever happened. You thought I would just gladly fill the role of your second wife without giving it a second thought. Everything was working out so perfectly for you. Well, that's because it was too good to be true. Everything was part of my plan from the beginning.
What the hell are you planning?
We are close enough to the wedding that I feel this is an appropriate time for me to throw you away the same way you threw your wife away. How does it feel to be betrayed by someone whom you trusted and loved?
How do you think I feel? I obviously feel very upset about this whole thing.
Wonderful! It means my plan went off swimmingly.
Please reconsider this. My mom was so excited for our marriage. Do you really want to drag her into this?
I don't care about that miserable woman's feelings. Can you guess what she has been saying to me behind your back?
Did she say something weird?
She said she won't treat me like a human being until I give her a grandchild. Who says something like that?
I can't believe she'd say something like that.
That type of woman would drive anyone away. Don't worry, though. I didn't let it bother me too much. After all, getting close to her was part of my plan, too. I'm sure she will absolutely love to hear how another woman is leaving her son. She's going to have to wait even longer for that precious grandchild she is so hell-bent on receiving. I can't wait to see her reaction when she finds everything out. It's going to be hilarious.
What about all the money we have already invested into this wedding? We put down payments on a bunch of different vendors that were non-refundable.
That's unfortunate. I guess you're just out all that money. Maybe you could just turn it into a fancy party for you and your precious mother.
This isn't a joking matter. I can't believe that you would go this far. Even if I try to cancel everything now, we'd be out of a ton of money.
Oh no! I can't believe something so terrible is happening to a good person like yourself.
I really don't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to charge you for half of the bill.
You can try. But between your affair and the way your mother has been speaking, I'm pretty sure no judge would find me at fault.
Can we just talk about this?
Also, I think your ex-wife should be submitting some paperwork today as well.
What kind of paperwork?
A request to the judge to renegotiate her alimony. She can claim she was in shock during the divorce, considering the trauma of what happened to her. As long as she does that, there shouldn't be any issues in regards to collecting from you.
It's too late for that. No matter what kind of loophole you think you can find, no one will accept paperwork at this point. The statute of limitations passed after our divorce was finalized.
I guess we'll find out.
This isn't fair.
Besides, I filed a criminal complaint against you as well.
For what? I didn't do anything illegal.
On the day Hannah had a miscarriage, you and your demon mother absolutely tore into her, didn't you?
How is that a crime? It isn't illegal to criticize someone.
I thought so too, but I looked into it. However, I heard you kicked her stomach. Not just you, but your mother did too.
I don't remember anything like that. It's been 2 months.
You don't have to remember. Hannah was smart enough to record everything. She figured there was a chance something like that would happen, so she set up a camera in the living room.
She did what? This can't be happening to me.
Hannah was, of course, terrified to report anything to the police. She was constantly in fear for her own safety, having her husband and mother-in-law constantly beating her down. However, she mentioned all of this to her attorney, and they are taking proper steps for her. He advised her to just report everything to the police at the same time. By getting it all out there, she has the highest possibility of getting protection and getting the justice that she deserves.
I didn't even kick her that much. My mom was much worse to her than I was.
Even if that is true, the difference in strength between you and your elderly mother is quite great. I imagine your kicks hurt her quite a bit more.
I'm gonna ask Hannah to erase those tapes.
It's too late for that. They were already transferred to the police earlier this afternoon.
No way.
We made copies for your company as well. I'm pretty sure all your friends would think quite differently if they saw how you acted in private. Should I share this on social media as well? This is the result of mistreating Hannah for all these years. You deserve everything you're getting. I hope you lose everything that you hold dear. All caught up?
I'll give you whatever you want. Do you want money? Please, just don't press charges against me. I can't go to jail.
I won't entertain any negotiations from you.
You can't do this to me. I thought we had something truly special. Are you telling me it was all a lie?
The man I loved wasn't married. That changed everything. You mean nothing to me anymore. Anything that we could have had was lost the moment I found out how you had been lying to me. I don't want to see you ever again. Get out of my life.
I'm not married now. I don't see the issue.
Huh? Is that your attempt at salvaging the situation?
You don't have to worry about anything like that anymore. I'm all yours now. We can truly move on and just live our lives together like we had planned.
Man, I really dodged a bullet not marrying you.
Why are you acting like this?
You put your previous wife through a living hell. What sort of child would want to be born into a family like that? Maybe all those miscarriages were God's way of saying you aren't suited to be a parent? I can't imagine any child would want to have you as a father.
What am I supposed to do? I have to reach out to all of the guests and vendors and try to cancel. There's so many things to do, there's no way that I can get them done. I have to do all of this while trying to process the pain of being dumped. Ugh, this is truly awful.
Do you really have time to be acting like such a spoiled child? Isn't it about time you and your wretched mother turn yourself in for your crimes?
Oh shit, I forgot about that too.
I'd like you to swear to me that you will never marry anyone ever again.
Why would I do that? I deserve to be happy just like anyone else.
I just don't want any other woman's life to be ruined by associating with you. If you promise me that you won't, I will be sure Hannah won't send a copy of the video to your company or post it online.
You have a deal. I won't get married.
I will be sure you keep that promise. Forever. Bye now.
This is Hannah. Thanks to Emily, I am happy to report that I was able to finally find some closure with John. In the end, John and his mother got a visit from the police. Despite the video, I didn't have any visible injuries all these months later, so they just received a financial penalty and the case was considered settled. He kept trying to claim that he doesn't act like that usually and it was just a one-time slip-up. The court ordered John to pay me both damages for the beating as well as a renegotiated alimony. However, he didn't pay a cent. On top of that, he didn't waste any time finding another woman to marry. This really pissed off Emily when I told her. She's quite scary when she's angry. As promised, she shared the video of my beating with his company and his new wife and her family. His company didn't want to be associated with someone with a history of physical violence, so they fired him immediately. As for his new wife, she filed for divorce immediately. Now John is working a part-time job and just barely getting by. The stress has caused him to gain a ton of weight and lose quite a bit of his hair. I can't imagine he finds another woman who would marry him. On the slim chance he does find someone, I'm sure Emily won't miss a beat on making sure that their relationship doesn't last very long. We've actually grown somewhat close recently. We've been meeting up and going out for drinks from time to time. It's nice to have a strong friend who has your back. She's able to do things that I would never be able to. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And we will see you next time. Why aren't you home yet? What are you doing staying out so late? I told you, didn't I? I have to stay late at work tonight. I've only just finished. No, I don't remember you telling me. Why didn't you put it in a message or something? Who's going to make dinner if you're not here? Can't you or Elizabeth figure something out? Are you the kind of ugly sister who makes her cuter, younger sister into her servant? Oh, come on, Mom. She's hardly my servant. She never does any chores. Why don't you do it? Oh, that sounds like too much hard work. I guess we'll eat out tonight then. I'll take Elizabeth out to get something nice. Okay, whatever. I'll get something on my way home too. You can't do that! Why not? It's expensive for you to eat out on your wages. There's some bread here. You should make yourself a tuna sandwich or something when you get home. Why can't you guys eat tuna sandwiches? Why is it just me that isn't allowed to eat out at a restaurant? You should be thankful I'm offering you our nice bread and tuna that I bought. Excuse me? You bought all of that stuff out of my wages. It's the money I earned that'll be paying for your fancy restaurant dinner. I don't understand why I'm the only one who has to be left out of having nice things. You don't have nice things because you're not pretty enough to deserve them. That's not a good reason. You can't discriminate against one of your children because they don't live up to your perfect standards of beauty. Anyway, I work as well. I'm also contributing to this household. You contribute about $1,000 a month. That's hardly enough to cover your expenses. You spend more than that on new clothes and shoes. So what are you saying? I'm saying your food, phone bills, all of the makeup Elizabeth buys is all paid for out of my wages. I brought you up and paid for everything for you until you started working. You've only just started paying me back. Think of it that way. I've had enough of you talking like I'm taking advantage of you or something. You told me on my middle school graduation day that I didn't deserve to go to high school and I should just quit school and get a job because you're not paying to feed my ugly face anymore. Remember? All of my friends went to high school, but I started working that summer. Oh, stop whining. You never had any friends. And even if you did, I'm sure they didn't miss you. But that's not important. I checked your payslip from last month and you didn't get paid as much as usual. Where's the rest of the money? Have you been slacking off? I did explain this already. Last month I didn't need to stay late as much, and we even finished a couple of projects early, so I worked fewer hours. Why don't you work slower? Then you'll have to stay late and you'll earn more. That's basically payroll fraud, Mom. I can't do that. But we're probably going to be busier this month. There are a couple of bigger projects coming up. If you don't earn enough, we won't be able to afford some important things. Elizabeth needs a new concealer and sunscreen this month. There's a new one coming out she has her eye on. And she started tennis last month, so the lesson fees are due soon. She's 28 years old. I can't believe you're asking me to pay for her makeup. And she's going to learn to play tennis now? I'm sure it won't be for long, but there's a new guy she met who plays tennis, and she said she could too. So if he asks her out for a date, it might be a tennis date. She'll have to learn how to play quickly. But after they've been dating a while, he'll probably forget about it, so she can just quit after. We can't afford tennis lessons, even if it's just a short time. What are you thinking? Oh, shut up, fish face. I told you not to call me that, mother. But your eyes are all bulging like a fish. It's a cute name. Anyway, you'll just have to work harder. We need to pay for these tennis lessons. Once she's married to a wealthy guy, we won't have to worry about money anymore. You're not working tomorrow, are you? Isn't it your day off? Yeah, actually, I have plans with my work friends to go to a concert tomorrow. You can't. Oh, not this again. Why not, Mom? Because it's too expensive. We need to save money for your sister. If you have the money for concert tickets, you should be giving it to us. I've already got the tickets, so I'm going. Actually, my friend is looking for someone to mow her lawn tomorrow. You can go and do that and earn a little more money. That's so unfair, Mom. How come Elizabeth gets tennis lessons that I'm paying for, but I can't even go to one measly concert? You're a horrible mother. How can you treat me like this? You've never made my sister get a job, but I have to work straight out of junior high school? I'm not even allowed one day off? That's basically the reason for your existence, Rebecca. You were born to look after your sister and me. How can you say that? Just going to some stupid concert with a girl from work isn't going to do anyone any good. You'll just be sad losers together. You might as well stay at home. I'm not going with a girl. I'm going with a guy. Don't you remember the guy who brought me home after the work Christmas party? He said he didn't want me to get in the Uber by myself because I'd had a couple of beers. I told you this, but I guess you don't listen to anything I say. That rich guy, Ben. He was kind of hot. Yeah, I remember him. Mom, you can't talk about people like that. I'm pretty sure the only reason he brought you back here was so he could see if Elizabeth was home. I've seen him in town. I think he works for one of your investors, doesn't he? Why is he going to a concert with you? It's actually his friend's band. I had the flyer on my desk and he saw it and he was just surprised I knew the band. And we got to talking about it and he said we should go together, so we are. Do you think he's single? He said he isn't seeing anyone right now. This is a great chance! Well, I don't know. He probably doesn't think about me that way. I'm not talking about you. Who would be interested in your snout face? Mom! Fine. You go to the concert tomorrow, and then bring that boy back here afterwards. Why? Do you want to meet him? Just bring him back here. If you want to go to that concert, that's my condition. Fine. Whatever you say, Mom. It took me a while to realize it, but my mother is a toxic parent. She lies, manipulates, and treats me like complete garbage. My name is Rebecca. I'm 30 years old and I live with my mother and my sister, Elizabeth. As you might have noticed from our messages, my mom forced me out of school when I was 16 and made me work to support her and my younger sister. My father died when I was young. He loved me, but my mother has always preferred Elizabeth. She always told me I was ugly and worthless. As a child, she would buy the cheapest clothes for me and then make me wear them over and over without washing them until they were covered in stains and holes. On the other hand, my sister always had the most beautiful things. My mom bought her everything that was fashionable or cute, and her hair was always washed and braided. For that, and maybe other reasons, any money we inherited when my father died was all used up by the time I was in middle school. Because my mom always told me that I had to repay her for giving birth to me, I think I was brainwashed into thinking I owed her. That's why I continued to live with her and put all my earnings towards our household. But eventually, something happened that had to put an end to the situation, for better or worse. You don't need to come back here anymore. What? I just went to the supermarket. I'm about to get in the car. I'll be home in about 15 minutes or so. That's not what I mean. You're not welcome here anymore. Don't come back here. You don't live here. Do you understand me yet? What are you talking about? You can't just suddenly throw me out like that. I was letting you live here because you were helping to pay the bills, but I don't need you around anymore, so we're done. You always find the most offensive ways to say things, don't you, Mom? Did you win the lottery or something? Well, it's just that my beautiful, darling Elizabeth is getting engaged to a wealthy young man, and we don't need you around anymore. Why do you always choose Elizabeth over me? We're both your daughters. You should be treating us equally. What do you mean she's getting engaged? Is she engaged? Is she getting married? I don't understand. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so I don't see how she could suddenly be getting married. That guy Ben that I told you to bring round the other day. I got his number for Elizabeth. How did you manage that? I was only out of the room for a couple of seconds. Then I asked him if he thought my daughter might make a good wife. You said what? To a guy I'm supposed to be working with? I don't think I'll ever be able to look him in the eye again. He said she was very beautiful, and he thought he would be very happy if she was his wife. I couldn't believe it. He said that? He must be one of your romantic types. I can't believe he agreed without even meeting her. But no man could withstand a beautiful girl like Elizabeth. That can't be true. You must have misheard him, Mom. He's not such a rash person, and I don't think he would decide something like that without thinking about it first. He even said he had been thinking about confessing his feelings for her for a while. I think he must have fallen in love with Elizabeth that time he brought you home. It must be love at first sight. It's perfect. Are you really sure, Mom? This is terrible. What am I going to do? Wait. Don't tell me you liked him. What? No. I was just thinking it would be terrible to meet him at work after this. You're such an idiot. You need to get your head out of the clouds. No one is ever going to look at you when Elizabeth is around. I'm telling you this for your own sake. You should forget about getting married, Rebecca. It's not going to happen for you. It would be like Handsome Guy and the Beast if you two were together. How can you say that to your daughter? It's pretty obvious you're the beast here. You're not my daughter anymore. I'm disowning you. It's embarrassing for us to have you around, because you never even finished high school. Are you for real? It's your fault I never finished high school. You can't just disown me after I wasted half of my life working so you didn't have to. Yes, of course I'm for real. This isn't your house anymore. After you've been to pick up your things, I don't want to see you again. And if you come over here and use your key without my permission, I'll chase you away with Elizabeth's new tennis racket. So to you, I was always just the person who pays the bills. That's right. You were always just like a lodger I had to live with until I could get rid of you. Now we have Ben. He'll pay for us, and we don't need you anymore. So bye. Hope I don't see you around. Whatever I say, you're not going to listen to me, are you? Fine, I'll leave. I don't want to live with you anymore anyway.
Hey, Becca! I heard Mom threw you out. Thanks for everything.
Do you need something? I'm kind of busy right now.
Oh, come on. It's Saturday. I know you're not working. I need someone to talk about my love life with.
Don't you have friends? Your mom basically disowned me and told me I wasn't part of your family anymore. There's no way I have to listen to you talk about your love life. And now I'm not responsible for buying your makeup. I really don't have the energy to hear about your routine or whatever.
That's fine, obviously. I'm going to get Ben to buy me everything I need from now on anyway.
You really think so?
Sure. I'm sure he won't mind. And he'll definitely want me to be always looking my best.
You're the worst. You're already 28 years old. How can you live your life expecting people to just buy things for you whenever you need them?
It's cute, isn't it? I'm like a helpless princess in a tower. You're the ogre. Maybe that's why Ben liked me from the moment he saw me.
I really don't think that's it.
That's probably it. He must have seen me standing next to you and thought I looked like a princess. Mom told me he's head over heels in love with me. He basically confessed it that night he was over here. I'm on my way to meet him today. It's our first date.
Oh, your first date. How nice.
Mom said she's been dealing with it all for me. She texted him to say if he wants to propose, she'll help. So she booked a really nice restaurant.
Oh, great. Have a lovely time.
It's so nice. Now we've got rid of the ugly sister. A handsome Prince Charming will be part of the family instead. And we don't need to worry about money anymore. It kind of sucks to rely on your measly salary.
This is actually hilarious. I'm so happy you're finally going to learn your lesson.
What do you mean?
Ben is definitely not going to be at that restaurant for your first date.
Why not? What do you know about it?
It didn't register as such a big deal when she said it, but Mom never thought of me as her daughter, did she?
What are you talking about? I don't get it.
When he came over, she asked Ben, "Don't you think my daughter would make a really great wife?" And he totally thought she was talking about me because he had completely forgotten you existed.
What?
He told me he likes me. We're dating.
Who did? Ben did?
Yeah, Ben.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way a good-looking guy like Ben would be interested in your fishy face.
Can you please stop with that horrible nickname? I told Mom I don't like it.
But it suits you. Your eyes are so far apart.
My boyfriend says I have nice eyes. He says they have kindness in them.
What? You're talking crazy. Is this some kind of weird fantasy you have about Ben?
It's not a fantasy. I always kind of liked him, but I thought he was off limits because he's one of my clients at work. So I was trying to keep things professional. But then when I thought Mom was going to try and steal him for you, I panicked, so I called him. But it turns out I didn't need to worry. It was all a misunderstanding. He was never thinking of proposing to you. It's me he likes. So we've both just been having secret feelings for each other for ages, but we haven't said anything. So I guess I should thank you and Mom for forcing us out of the friend zone.
No way. You can't be serious about this. I still think he must be imagining it.
He said he thought he was taking me out for dinner. That's why he agreed to go.
No, there's definitely been a mistake. He'll be at the restaurant. You'll see.
Why don't you go and wait at the restaurant and let me know what happens? Ben and I will wait here to find out if anyone comes to meet you.
What do you mean, Ben and I?
We're reading your messages together. I'm actually at his place. When Mom told me I wasn't allowed back home, I didn't have anywhere to stay. So he said I could sleep on his couch. Actually, he gave me the bed and he's sleeping on the couch because he's a gentleman.
You can't be serious. Are you trying to say you've stolen my fiancé?
Oh my God, he was never your fiancé in the first place. It was all a misunderstanding and he never actually agreed to meet you.
There's no need to rub it in my face like that. Anyway, I don't want to be involved with someone who's obviously stupid enough to want to choose an ugly loser like you over me.
Fine then. I hope you enjoy paying for your own makeup and clothes from now on.
Oh, right. Do I have to?
Most people do have to, yes.
But I can't. I've never had a job. I wouldn't know where to start.
You've spent all of your inheritance from Dad on nice things. You even went to college. It doesn't sound like you learned anything at all, did you?
I didn't have to learn anything because I thought you were going to be around to make money. Or I would just get married. Mom said I didn't need to get a job because we had you to do all of that nasty stuff for us.
Actually, if you think about it, you're probably a victim of this situation as well. Although you never did anything to help me.
What do you mean?
I'm just thinking. Our mom is so toxic. She brought you up to believe these completely awful things, and she never taught you to look after yourself. If I think about it that way, I kind of feel sorry for you. She's left you with absolutely no life skills.
There's no need for you to feel sorry for me. Stop talking as if you're so much better than me. I'm just happy I wasn't born with your ugly fish face. That's enough for me.
All right. I guess whatever toxic environment you were brought up in, if you've got a horrible personality, it'll always show. If you can't recognize the unfairness of our situation growing up, there must be something wrong with you anyway.
There isn't anything wrong with me. How can you say that?
Oh well, it's not like I have to care anymore anyway. We're no longer family, so let's just go our separate ways and agree not to bother each other, yeah? I'll get on with making myself a new family that actually cares about me. With Ben.
You know, Mom will never allow that.
It's lucky that she's not my mom then, isn't it? I no longer have a mom to tell me what to do, so it's no big deal.
Shut up, Rebecca! I have no idea what to do. Who's going to pay our bills and stuff now?
How should I know? It's nothing to do with me.
Do you think I could get Mom to take on some more hours at her part-time job?
Seriously, there's no point in you talking to me about it.
But this is terrible! What am I going to do? Becca, you have to help me!
I definitely don't have to help you. Stop calling me Becca as though you're my friend. We both know you've never been my friend.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize for saying you were ugly and calling you fish face. Come home and help us out. Please.
No, thanks. I'm done with being your servant.
But I can't work. I really don't want to. I have an image to protect.
Why don't you try becoming an influencer? You post enough as it is. How many followers do you have now? Maybe you could make videos about how you can't afford food, so you have to steal potatoes in Mom's designer purse. You could say you're a lifestyle influencer. Hey, how about you sell some of Mom's designer purses?
That's never going to work. You have the most stupid ideas.
I wasn't serious, Elizabeth. Anyway, see you around. Actually, I hope not. Bye.
Hey, wait! Rebecca! Don't block me. I'll find you.
I blocked her immediately. Until now, I thought that having people you were related to was the same thing as having a family. I was paying for all their nice things and doing the chores for them, and I thought that was perfectly normal. I realize now that it was very wrong. I don't think I'll ever have to hear from either of them again. At least, I hope not. I heard on the grapevine that my mom didn't choose to work any more hours at her part-time job. Instead, she somehow managed to convince Elizabeth to go out and get a job. I'm actually pleased for Elizabeth. I hope by having a job and finally getting to know other people who aren't spoiled little brats like herself, she might realize how sheltered she's been so far. But it just goes to show that however much my mom doted on her and loved her, she wasn't prepared to go out and work full-time to support her. I guess for my mom, there's no one more important than herself. When I first got a job after dropping out of school, I was really overwhelmed. And I was always anxious about what was going to happen to me or how my life would turn out. But now I feel like I can finally just work and live my own life and spend my money the way I want to. These days, I'm more confident at work and at home. And I was finally able to get engaged to the man I love. I'm so excited to get started on the next stage of my life. At first, after this whole thing, I got quite a few messages from my mom, sometimes from different numbers, telling me to come home. But she never once tried actually apologizing for treating me like trash for so many years. I'm not going to let her ruin my life anymore. Ben and I are getting married next spring, and I'm pretty sure that with him by my side, I can do anything. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. See you next time.